Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Sugar Spice and Everything Nice. It is Sunday, January 20th. It's actually 3:34 a.m. I know I should be asleep, but we want to talk to you about something that's been going on for a while now. Like, you guys already heard about it, but we kind of want to say our thoughts on it. So what are we talking about?
So, kind of just gonna start on the topic of like blackfishing, but I already know that's probably gonna go deeper into that because it is deeper than just trying to look black, or it's not just black. It's like they're mostly just trying to look mixed, which is there's a lot of problems. So I guess you want to start at your live. Your live.
I'm like, how do we even
go off?
Like, how should we even start this? So I know, I feel like social media, really wants, people want to portray something they're not, just because you see on social media, oh, everybody looks like this. Oh, everybody has this hair color. Oh, that, stuff like that. But when it comes to, people looking like a certain race, that's when it gets skin deep. And it gets deeper than just everybody wearing the same shoes. I'm trying.
He said, I'm trying. Yeah. It's like basically what everyone's been thinking is oh, now it's a trend to be black, when it was never a trend to be black. But what a lot of people have pointed out is they're not trying to look black, they're trying to look mixed race. So it's black enough where everyone on social media and kind of in society would appeal to them, but it's not black enough where companies won't hire them for certain promotions or give them certain brand deals or all that kind of stuff and keep working with them, is because they appeal to both demographics, black people or people of color, well, mostly black people, and everyone else, so that's kind of where it gets trouble.
And for me, I'm I really want to know, I feel like some people really just don't know what they're doing. Some, not everybody. I don't know. The world we live in, I just don't get it sometimes. So it's hard to know stuff when you're not in the person's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
To actually understand, are they trying to blackfish, or are they just don't know what they're doing?
Right. There are, and especially when you're someone that's in the public eye, it's it's kind of hard to tell if they knew what they were doing or they really didn't know what they were doing.
I think it's just a trend.
Right. Or it's because I just want people to know, and I need people to stop pretending their looks and their attractiveness doesn't give them opportunities. I just need people to stop thinking that that's not a thing, because that is a thing. It's the more attractive, or the more, whatever, the more accepting that people see someone as, the more that their fans, or just society as a whole, will just let them just get away with a lot of things and just make little jokes on kind of letting them in. But it's are you kind of giving them leeway? And then it turns into a whole bigger thing.
It's deeper than
their issue. And then everyone wants to pick up on it. But then, of course, everyone's going to defend that person, because kind of in that person's eye, in the fans' eyes, that person could do no wrong.
I understand exactly where you're coming from with that.
Yeah. Because with, you haven't seen the R. Kelly series, right? No,
I haven't watched that yet.
Okay, well, I watched all of it. So if y'all haven't seen it, y'all really ought to watch it. But basically, people were just wondering, how did R. Kelly be able to get away with this crazy thing for so many years? at least a decade. Like how?
And a
It's
lot of people
because-
knew what was going on too.
Yeah. And it's because like, well, it's not only the fans, but it was the people that he was working with just kind of saw, well, okay, mostly the fans kind of saw that R. Kelly could do no wrong. So he had a ton of support from his fans, which he could easily, like cover all that up. Like, how can I do no wrong? How can I do anything wrong? All these people love me because I do all this good stuff and whatever. And of course, the people he has worked with wouldn't say anything because like
that's their money, that's their checks, they getting paid.
Exactly.
So.
Like he's very popular and he's
talented, he makes good music.
That's the thing. Like we cannot deny that he is talented.
He's talented
because
he
is.
Very
Did you
talented.
know he taught he doesn't know how to read music, he learned how to play by ear?
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
That man is talented. He's very talented.
And he also doesn't know how to like read or write well.
See, I didn't see all this stuff. I didn't know.
Yeah, it was in the docuseries.
Like for me, I just see a talented man, but I knew he has some deeper issues going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it was even though I liked his music, it was hard for me to listen to his music just because I know it's kind of hard to support somebody that's
doing all that.
Yeah, that's just how I feel about certain things. Like,
yeah,
you're talented, but I just don't know if I should be able to support.
You're talented, but I'm not going to support you. Period.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like every time, because for some reason after the docuseries, like a few of his music has popped up on my recommended. I literally just support it. Mm-hmm. I don't care. I'm just like, I'm not going to see this.
I think I only listened to one song, pretty much of R. Kelly. I've heard all songs, but like I'll actually listen to one song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I Believe I Can Fly because it's like actually a deep song. So
see, actually in the docuseries when that song came out, he was doing something really bad to those girls, like really bad. I forgot what was.
And see, the only reason that I even liked the song because when I was growing up as a kid, I was like still to this day I love Tweety Bird, and then it was in the movie Space Jam, which had Tweety Bird. So that's like that's just why I remember the song. And then when I started growing older, not knowing what's going on behind the scenes, I'm just like, oh, this is a powerful song. I like motivating, powerful songs. But then the older I got, I was like,
and that's why a lot of people have like a hard time even trying to say like they can't support him or anything because they said a lot of his music is tied to a lot of important memories. Mm-hmm. Like people got married to his songs, family reunions, all this stuff. You have a special connection.
Yeah, because he has different types of music. He has sexual, well, I can even say like secular music, and he has sexual music, and then
there's nothing in. It's just orange juice.
I'm so tired.
It's like
and then he also has like very encouraging, motivating music. So it's kind of
like gospel like music.
Mm-hmm. It's like kind of hard to. It's hard.
Mm-hmm. I understand, but it's like I need people to wake up. Like
no, I just know that's the only reason I only listen to like that. I don't only listen to that one song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like when his music plays. Like even I like what's called "Step in the Name of Your Love," like "Step in the Name of Love."
I used to love that
song. But like the
song.
older I got, like when I was a kid, I used to listen all the time. But the older I got, I don't listen to it anymore just because.
Mm-hmm. I used to love it.
It's hard to support somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It's not okay to support somebody doing stuff because they need help, and we're over here just paying their checks and getting them more famous when they actually need to go sit down and evaluate, talk to themselves, and
the problem is after the docuseries came out, his streams went up 160%.
See, exactly. Like nowadays, how social media is like, it's ridiculous.
It's like literally, there is no such thing as bad press. No such thing.
Like somebody could do something horrible, and then all of a sudden everybody's talking about this person, and now they're making music.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, he is getting a lot what he deserves. Sony actually dropped him from his label.
But still, at the end of the day, he's still making that money.
That's true.
And is he getting that help? Like, because I don't know what's going on. Is he getting help that he needs, or?
Girl, no, I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I honestly don't think so.
Because I don't really follow celebrities. I just know someone's up with him, so I just like.
I went on his Twitter just to block him, just in case. Just to block him. I was like, nope. But like, I know it's good that like his label dropped him and his lawyers and attorneys and stuff dropped him and stuff like that. But it's kind of like they've known about this all this time, and they're just now dropping him just so they could get the pressure off of them. Because it's like, of course, those people, those companies that are actually run by actual human beings have people in their lives, and those people probably know that this person worked for R. Kelly, probably saw the docuseries and was like, did you really know about all of this? So it's like,
see, I don't even know if I could watch it just because that whole everything is just too much. It's too much for my brain. Because there's a lot. At least I knew something was up. So I was not like, I must support him. Like, oh, he did nothing wrong. It's just.
It's like a lot more than
it's
all
sad
of us knew.
Like at the end of the day, it's people. Like even R. Kelly or the girls. Like there's just so many people involved in a situation that can ruin your life on both parts, which is ridiculous. Like, it's sad how the world's set up. How it's just sad.
Yeah, I just like wish. Oh, you are rude. The fridge just started doing a thing, but yeah, I just wish like people would stop, and it's mostly like it's so hard because people don't really believe Black women when they are hurt mentally, physically, sexually, verbally. They just don't, and that's why it went on for so long. Is because like people just don't believe Black women.
We getting deep.
But it's true. It's like
I know a lot of people just won't understand that, but when you're actually a Black woman in her shoes, like it's really deep.
Yeah. Like just because of my skin color and what you perceive for me to be and how to act and all that stuff, you wouldn't believe like the trauma that I went through or something that's currently happening. Like that's
no, because I had situations myself, and it's like just because the skin color, like the skin I'm in, people just don't believe.
Or it's like the attitude that you have now in life, and it's like
no, it's really deep. Because for me, I'm not like what people portray me to be. And when they meet me, they're like, oh, you're not like Black. And I'm like, what? Like, does that make sense? Just because I'm not loud?
You're not just, right.
Like, you're just assuming things for what? Like, it's just too much. I know other races have, like, ethnicities have the same, like, different issues, but it's just a different issue we're going through.
All right. And it's like, because a lot of people perceive Black women to be
loud,
strong. Ghetto. Yeah. Ghetto, loud, but then also very strong because we're expected to be able to hold on to a lot. And I'm going to just speak personally, especially as a big Black woman, a lot of people expect me to hold a lot, which, sweetie, I'm a crybaby. I don't cry that much now, but.
See, I do hold a lot, but like, if somebody sees like I'm actually going through something, they don't really care because they just assume like
oh, she's gonna be fine.
Okay. And I'm like, I don't show a lot, so the moment I show something, it's like really that deep to me. So it's just kind of hard. It's really hard.
It's not kind of hard. It's hard.
It's hard.
It's like we have to basically be we have to be superheroes for people to see us as normal human beings.
Like we have to do the most
just to be seen as
like
regular.
Black and woman. Like put those together. It's one thing hard to be a woman. It's one thing hard to be Black, but Black and women together. Yeah. And I know it's a new generation, but it's still hard. That's one thing. I feel like I don't know if it ever will get better.
Right. It looks like it kind of is, but then at the same time, it looks like it's getting worse because you know how like on Twitter you could see it like playing.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole Twitter stuff.
Oh, I'm on Twitter. Like
what's happening on Twitter?
Twitter's crazy, but like there's this post that I saw about like Serena Williams. It was posted by CNN, saying how
part of that.
Yeah, I don't remember everything like exact, but it was basically saying how I guess she's done this and this like within like her tennis career. But will she still like how much more does she has to do to be able to finally seal her place into the tennis history books. Like,
and it's like this girl's been working how long? I don't know nobody's name in tennis except the Williams.
exactly. I honestly, I really don't.
Not even guys. Like I only know the Williams. Like
Exactly.
if they were in tennis, I wouldn't know anything about tennis.
They basically invented the damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't know anything.
Shit. But yeah, they've been.
And I remember I seen that video. I forgot what happened, but the video and the ref, and she got in trouble. I'm like, this girl is Serena Williams, and
yeah, I forgot because she got a point docked for something.
Yeah,
something stupid.
Like something really, and then she stood up for herself, and then was an issue. And it's like,
yeah, and
so
then,
now she can't stand up for herself.
Right, and she was like telling the referee like, you need to say sorry to me.
Yeah,
and tell him like you need to say sorry.
And it's like I doubt she got her respect she deserved. So why?
Exactly.
Years later, when she's been in the tennis, like it made no sense to me.
Yeah.
But you know that wouldn't happen to somebody that was a different ethnicity.
Right.
Just gotta put that out there.
And then also with the whole part of like, you know, people don't believe Black women when they're hurt. When she actually got sick, she actually had to tell the nurses and the doctors exactly what medicine that she needed to take in order to get better because they weren't going to give it to her. So she somehow kind of had to force them to give her the medicine.
See, I didn't even hear about that either.
Girl, this was like a while ago. Yeah, because she was like very,
See,
very,
it's always something. Why is there so much
sick.
going on? I remember being sick. I just didn't know that part of it.
Yeah, so because she had to do like the research and stuff all on her own. And she told them to like, you know.
That she's successful.
This is the stuff that I need.
But okay.
Yeah, because how many matches has she lost? She done like won probably 90% of her matches. She lost a few, but she won about like 90%. That's how I feel like. That math is probably not accurate, to be honest. Once again, it's about to be like 4 a.m., so we're kind of just like talking off of our heads. But yeah. And if she didn't like stand up for herself, then she probably wouldn't even be here today.
Look, and she has to be strong.
Yeah. And did you hear about like her whole catsuit thing?
Look, I'm missing all this.
Dang, this happened after she was sick, so she had to wear like this special catsuit for her body because she was obviously recovering and stuff like that. But for some reason. Like, I guess, I don't know, was it like not the community of tennis. I don't know who was in charge of all the tennis or whatever, but they banned her specific catsuit. Like her specific one. And it's like, it's literally for her health, but they banned it.
And why is that?
I guess because she was getting stronger and like continuously winning still. And it's like, I mean, wasn't she doing that before?
There's so much stuff that you can look into and just like, what? Like, what? Like, does it make sense if it was somebody else with the same treatment or how somebody's treated would be the same? It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the world we live in. Like, can it just, like, we all get along? Like,
we still got years and years and years of that.
I mean, it's not as bad as how long, like, it was for our ancestors, but still.
True.
It's still bad.
I mean, like, our ancestors couldn't do this. Openly talk about it. But, yeah. What was that? I'm going to say something. I was trying to go back to Serena. Wait, where we go? Serena. Oh, working hard. Yeah, so I feel like, especially within social media, like how I noticed mostly like in the beauty community, like Black women have to work so much harder to be able to get like the brand deals and stuff like that as their other race beauty counterparts. And it's like, not gonna front, I feel like, me personally, that mixed people have it easier, or light-skinned people have it easier. And that's mostly society's fault. Wouldn't necessarily say that, I mean, yes, it's the company's fault for continuously picking them over, you know, like Black people or just like it's mostly dark-skinned people, to be honest. picking like lighter skins or whatever over darker skins.
The sad part is how we are like, you're dark skin, you're light skin, you're mixed. Like, why is there so many different?
It kind of died down. I mean, it was horrible years ago where it was like team dark skin, team light skin, like team shut up.
Yeah, like you black, team black.
But yeah, but so it's like it's kind of the company's fault, but it's mostly society's fault because even though like we're all open and saying like, you know, we should include, you know, all colors and stuff, but people are still going to be more appealing to
the lighter.
Yeah. To light skinned black people
The
or
lighter
like
you are, the
mixed
better.
race or something like that. So yeah, and they're gonna hype up those people. They're gonna hype them up, and the company's gonna see like, oh, these people are getting hyped up.
And it's sad because usually they use the light skin to be like, oh, we get mixed grown, like, oh, she's the black community.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's like there's different shades of black, and then you get somebody that's mixed. Like me, I may be a lighter shade, but I'm black. Like I'm not mixed, so it's kind of, I don't know. It's weird. It's just, it's sad. A lot of opportunities are missed. A lot. There's a lot of people out there just not getting the opportunities just because the skin they're in, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you're born, and now you have to work harder because you're born a darker shade, which is sad. It's horrible.
Like, you know who Jackie Aina is, right?
Kind of.
Yeah, she's like a pretty big YouTuber. She's a beauty YouTuber. She get like 2 million. She's over 2 million. I know that for a fact. But it was like what, 2 years ago? I feel like it was probably a year and a half ago, or maybe 2 years ago. She finally hit 1 million subscribers. She's been on YouTube for 8 years. Yeah. And there's people literally nowadays hitting 1 million subscribers in like 3 months. Well, okay, that girl, she's like super young and she has like a unique thing or whatever. But yeah, there's like people hitting 1 million subscribers in like 3 months, or like within 6 months, or within a year, or heck, maybe even 2 years they're hitting 1 million. But it took her like 6-7 years to hit 1 million. And Jackie Aina is like one of the best YouTubers.
I hear her name all the time.
So it's like, why? Why?
It just sucks. It really does.
I just wish it would all.
I'm both age.
I just wish it would all change and stuff.
Like, and we all just view life differently. Like, just at least for a day. Like, we all just could just to see life a whole different way. And it's not about color. It's not about who's lighter. It's not about I want to be dark. Like, it's we just be ourselves and just love ourselves and just be happy with ourselves and be happy with the people around us. Like,
oh, I wanted to talk about another thing on Twitter. It's about race. So I know. But so you know how there's people who like they make these threads like, I don't know. They just make these random threads about stuff. So there was this one person, she made a thread about like mixed people. She's like, all my mixed people, drop your selfies and say what your ethnicity is and stuff like that. And a lot of people had a problem with it. And then other mixed race people that I follow on Twitter, they were like, oh, so we can't have like our own Twitter thread? Like dark skinned people get to have their own Twitter thread. Why can't we have one? It's because you're technically the preferred one. So you are the damn thread.
But then again,
all the time, every day.
The thing is, they don't. If you're not dark skinned, or if you're not full African American or full black, you wouldn't understand. Like I'm just saying, like if it's just like there's different things other people won't understand if you're not living in that person's shoes. So you will always get those type of issues. It's just And you really just don't understand. You really just don't understand.
Right. And it's like, I wish some of them would they would
or at least see, like, even if you don't understand, at least see what's going on. Like, just be like, oh, okay, maybe that makes a little sense, even if it doesn't make total sense.
Right. But like, I wish that most of them would see their like light skin privilege, because you can't lie. Like, even though, we're Black, light skinned people do have some privilege and get more opportunities. Like, I recognize it. I've gotten like more opportunities over some people, and it's weird.
No, I had issues before in the past. Like, even I still have the issues, but I had more in the past. Once people figure out that I'm full Black, that they have an issue with me, and I'm like,
really?
Yeah, and I had like ignorant stuff said to me once people figure out I'm full Black. But I'm not trying to get like deep into it. But I'm just like, just because I'm Black, my parents are Black, my grandparents are Black, and then we keep going on the story. And just because you thought I was light skinned, like you thought I was mixed, now we have a full on issue. Like, it's just ridiculous. I'm just thinking about like my sister and brother, they're like darker skin. So I'm like it's just
yeah, it's like you honestly don't have to be mixed to be light skinned.
Yeah.
You really don't.
Like, my whole family, all different type of chocolates, to be honest. So it's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they look at you, the skin color you in, they're like, oh, this makes no sense. Like, know me for who I am. Like, even if it's like my actions, then you could judge me off that. Right. Judge me off what you see, not because of my looks, not because of my color of my skin. Like, it's just the world we live. Like, it's ridiculous. Sorry, I'm like all angry. Yeah. It's irritating.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to talk about stuff like this just because it's so irritating, and you just like people just don't understand. Or like, I try to listen to every side of the story, but those people that don't even want to listen to, and they automatically like shut you down, think you're ignorant, or you're just like trying, like, it's ridiculous. Because I always try to listen to other people's like what they feel, because I don't understand what everybody feels. Right. I'm not everybody.
Right. And all I could do is just sit there and listen and try to learn.
And try to learn. Mm-hmm. We all can learn. Like, life is meant to grow and learn. So it's always something you can learn.
Yeah.
Because there's other stuff other people are dealing with that you won't understand because you are not in their shoes.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like for sure the change actually needs to start with Black people, because the colorism is just bad. It's just bad. Like,
it's just sad. Like, sorry, I'm just mad. I'm all irritated now.
It's like some of the things I've heard being said about dark-skinned people, and then like weird compliments being like thrown at me. I'm like, but weren't you? What? Like, it's so weird. Like, when I was doing like a fashion show, and they were like picking people to, like the order of the catwalk and what we're supposed to do or whatever. And I got like a special part, and I was the Beyonce, only because I was the light bright, literally. And everyone laughed. And I was like, that's so weird. Like, why would you say that? And they were all Black people, and they were mostly dark-skinned Black people. So I'm like, why would you, like, you don't like this behavior from someone else, but why would you
we all
portray it?
Like, we all need to learn and grow, everybody.
Yeah.
It's not just one person. Like, we all need to understand what's going on and be woke. That word's coming back. Woke.
Yeah, people still use that word.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
And it's not as funny because we're talking about this topic, and I had an issue. I'm not going to go deep into the issue, but I just had an issue about somebody talking about my skin color at work.
Oh, I had a work thing too.
And they laughed about it and tried to make it sound better, and I was like, that was the most ignorant thing. But because like I was the only chocolate in the building, nobody understood what happened. And I was just like, this really just happened. Like, am I offended? Am I mad? Or it's just like, I know this person's like ignorant. They don't know what they're saying. But if I said that something to anybody else, it'd be like, well, you're just being over dramatic. And then the person too is a well-known person. So everybody knows the person and they love the person. They wouldn't like, it's too deep. Like, it's really deep. Skin deep. Like, like, I don't even know if I was hurt by it, but I'm just like, it's just sucks that I'm the only one there that actually understood. I'm like alone. Like it's okay to be like I'm fine with being alone, but just like that situation, I really was just alone. And I'm just like, and then he was in my face, and then everybody's like laughing, and I'm like, you guys are you really don't know what you're doing. If I was somebody else, I would be hurt. Like I would be crying just the stuff he was saying.
Yeah.
It was harsh.
Well, I'm going to mine. Mine wasn't actually that harsh, but it was still like, why would you say that? So, I mean, like y'all knew Vine. Of course, there was this like Vine where like this dude was like, "Has anyone ever told you look like Beyonce?" And then she was like, "No, they told me I usually look like Shalissa." And he's like, "Who the fuck is that?" And she's like, "Me." So like me and this one coworker, we were kind of just like saying it. He's not black, but he would kind of just like saying it, but he kind of like switched it up wrong. He would say, "Has anyone ever told you look like Shalissa?" And I'm like, "Wait, dude, that's not how that goes." And I had to like, correct him because like I love my vines. Okay. I love my vines. Okay. So I like corrected him, and then like he laughed about it. And then he straight up told me, he said, "I'm gonna start calling you Shalissa." And I straight up told him, "Don't call me that because that's gonna make me angry." He was like, oh, okay. Like I'm sorry. And then like I was just like trying to explain to him, like, seriously, don't do that. Because that's not like, it's not really funny. Because I know he just wanted to say that only because I'm black. Like,
somebody was laughing at the person outside. I was laughing at my actual skin color. He was talking about my skin color straight up. I never had somebody that straight up to me, but made it into a joke, so everybody laughed, and then nobody understood. Like that man came out my skin color. Like there's nothing I could do about it. Like I came out this way. There's nothing at all. Like you came for me. He came straight for me.
But what happened after that? Oh yeah, but ever since that happened, literally to this day, that coworker, he does not look at me. He doesn't talk to me, nothing. Like I asked him for something, he barely looked at me. Like a couple of days ago, he doesn't look at me, and I think he thinks that I'm like extremely mad about it. I'm not like angry like right now about it. It's just like I need him to know, like, don't do that. Like that's kind of, it's like if you were there.
There are certain things I wouldn't do. Like I just think about me personally, I wouldn't do certain things just because I'm like, that's me. Like why are you talking? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's certain things you just, I don't know. I just know not to do.
Yeah. And I think what he thinks about me, because he's actually said it before we actually kind of started talking, like, oh yeah, I thought Sarah was like kind of a bitch. So I think like right now that's what he thinks that I'm feeling about him. But I think he's only perceiving it because of the way I look. It's like, if you actually just talk to me, I could like tell you how I feel about the situation now.
Prejudging.
Yeah. Don't like.
We just need to learn everybody. We just need to like find a way to not prejudge someone so negative. It's one thing to prejudge somebody, but like right off the bat, like something negative comes to your head that you don't know nothing about, like just because how they look, their skin color, just because like they're not happy one day, maybe they're having a bad day. Like we just need to learn how to just give somebody at least one chance and then judge. If you want to judge, still give somebody one chance.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I never really got there, but yeah, this is just all.
It's like we can go deeper into this, but there's so much going on in this world that so many topics, so many different feelings from different people.
It's crazy. I need Black people to stop also lusting over wanting to have mixed race kids. Like, please stop that. Not saying having mixed race kids is a problem. Not a problem. You can literally love whoever you want.
It's just because the people want, I want my baby to have good hair because black hair is not good.
I want my baby to have pretty hair, and pretty skin, color eyes.
It's just like how they say it. It's like, it's not like, I want mixed babies because I want mixed children. It's like, I want my baby to have good hair, so I'm going to be with somebody else just so my baby can look not black.
Like, I want my baby with curls, or like, don't bring no nappy-headed kids. Like,
see, if I have nappy-headed kids, I'm going to love that nap so much.
Like, who cares?
Because what other race has nappy hair? Just to be honest.
It's true.
Like, you have tangled hair, but you can't have the crinkles and the naps and the stuff.
The coils, the kinks, like.
The combs getting stuck in your hair. Like, you can't have that. Like, we the only race with that hair. From what I know, we the only race with that.
Yeah.
This sea is so deep and different things.
Yeah.
Sad.
But it's like when y'all like lust over and fetishize like having mixed race kids and then like try to kind of hide it as in like if because I've mostly seen this like within like black men, it's like, oh, them preferring someone of a lighter skin tone or like of
No, I had black
outside.
guy. There was this one. I'm gonna tell you something happened. I think it was high school or right after high school.
Mhm.
There was this one. I didn't like him, but he used to talk to me. We were friends or whatever. And then he like confessed his love to me. I'm like, what? Like he's younger than me. I was like, that's weird. And I don't know where this came up, but we were talking about like just race because he was talking about he's all these races. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, oh yeah, my mom and my dad's black. He was like, oh, I'm sorry for you. And I was like, what?
What?
And he was like, yeah, I don't like you anymore because you're full black. And I'm like, you're darker than me. Like he was darker than me. He looked straight black, but he was mixed. You come out different. But I was just like, this boy really came from my life. It wasn't even like I liked him. It was just some kid I knew, and he really came into my life and just like was so rude. And I'm like, when I was a kid, I didn't care. Like I really don't care about a lot of things. But now that I think about it, I'm like, this boy just came for me, like because I have him black, and you see my mom and you see my dad, but you have an issue now that I'm full black. But I'm saying, like, I always had like ignorant stuff or weird stuff said to me. It's just like when I look back on it, I'm like, that's really weird. But when it happened, I'm just like, okay.
That's bad. You probably have some stuff going on at home.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you straight up said, I'm sorry for you. Like, the words, I'm sorry for you. I'm happy for me.
like I'm here. I'm happy.
I'm happy. I'm good. Like, what?
I'm alive. I'm happy. You me. What do you do?
Yeah, like, I'm doing me. I miss IND. I'm just kidding. I'm independent.
INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
copyright.
Right. But wait, what was on there? Wait, what was on
Mixed race babies and then
black men. Yeah. But yeah, having like black men not mostly, but I see it more commonly and black men, how would they say they would prefer women of a lighter skin tone or outside of their race. Like, okay, this happened to me like 2 years ago. This was New Year's Eve, and I was with my friend Tasha. We were actually about to go onto the trolley because we were like at the club, did the whole woo, yay, whatever. Actually, what was it, 2-3 years ago now? I'm like, I know for sure I was like 19, 20 or whatever. And so we're at the trolley station and I see this guy, this black man. He comes up to us and he's like talking to us. And I'm like, Tasha's not talking at all. She's just like not talking. But I'm like trying to somehow to divert the conversation and stuff like that. And then he was saying how, he lost his girl. Like, I guess he got into the argument at the club or something. And she kind of left, so he don't know where she at, whatever. So he kind of wasn't even planning on looking for her. And then, like, he started asking me like about my race and stuff, and like, I told him and whatever, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I like my mixed women. I like my Alicia Keys, my who else is I'm drawing? Like, I just remember he said Alicia Keys and Mariah Carey. Am I the only one that does not believe that Mariah Carey is black? I'm probably the only person.
You're the only person.
I don't believe that she's black. Like, I just don't.
I see the black in her.
I don't.
She's like, her features are black. Very.
They don't.
And her skin color, it looks like a mix. Like, it looks mixed to me.
She looks like a tan white.
No, she looks like a black girl to me.
To me,
like when I seen her when I was a kid, it wasn't even the curls. She just looked black.
I thought she was white until a couple years ago. Like, oh yeah, she's black.
No,
like, I'm sorry, excuse me, but yeah. So he was saying all that stuff, and I was like, oh, okay. So the trolley finally comes, and then like as it's passing by, he actually sees his woman, and he's like, oh, there she is. So then like we get on the trolley, and then I see him go to his woman, and it's like a dark-skinned black girl. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's mean. So he's talking. So deep down, he don't like his girl.
Yeah.
He's just with his girl. They probably know each other for something. Not telling this girl like, I don't like you because you're
And he's like a grown man. He was like in probably mid.
I mean, that would hurt
30s.
me if I was his girl and I heard that he doesn't want me. Like, that would hurt me.
And then for me to add just another layer, she was like also a plus size girl too. So to me, like, of course, like, you know, I wasn't like tiny when I was like 19, 20 years old. I basically looked like this, but still, it's like when it comes to like attractiveness and stuff like that, it's also like with weight as well. That could be a whole nother topic on my channel about that because it's a whole thing. But
no, it's weird. This is all weird to me. Just because, like, with me, I really like. It might sound like fake, but I really like people for who they are. Like, I don't see skin color. I don't see like. There's stuff I might be attracted to, but really deep down, I have to know you for you, and that's what makes me attracted. Like, if you see all like my people I ever liked, or even like talked to, it's like that's not a person I would go be like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. It's just who he was what attracted me. So I fell in love for who he was. It doesn't matter his skin color, doesn't matter anything. So that's why these topics are so hard for me to even talk about because I'm just like, I don't understand how people just like, I want Mariah Carey, like I want Lisa, like this is how.
Yeah.
Like you just see a celebrity and you want them, like everybody's not a celebrity, we all look different. Like I don't understand. I just don't get it. I don't.
Yeah, it's like I've kind of now noticed, like I really don't like extreme. Like I like to look at them, but I don't really like extremely attractive men.
See me, I like medium.
Medium ugly.
Yeah, medium ugly. Medium ugly.
I mean, like personally, I like them all, but it's like a really extremely attractive man. I'm like,
no, I can't because you can't be prettier than me. Like at the end of the day, no.
You're a mess.
I can't be looking at you and you look gorgeous. And I'm like, what happened to me?
Yeah.
Like, how do you get myself?
Because it's like when I talk to Tasha and she talks about Sam, and I'm like, okay, and she's like, how are you not blah blah blah? I'm like, I don't.
I'm really not attracted to attractive people. That makes sense. Like the people who are attracted to me, but I'm just like I'm really not. No, I know you said it. I'm just simplifying it. Like I'm not attracted to attractive people. Like somebody gorgeous walk by, I'm just like, what?
I like to look.
No, I don't even look. I'm just like,
I like to look.
I don't know. I'm so focused like work and everything, so I'm definitely not like. That's like where my mind's not at that. If it happens, it happens. But like my mind's not. I'm nowhere near that. I'm trying to get myself straight.
Yeah, but it's like, and also attractive people, they don't understand the privilege that they have too. Like you need to understand.
Yeah, I guess it's cool to be attractive. Like I never lived that lifestyle, but it seems cool.
Right? Like I don't know what that's like.
No, I'm like if you just walk in a room and everybody's like, you're attractive.
Right.
I feel like for me, I would be so annoyed, but it's kind of cool. Like you just come out the womb looking attractive.
Right. Like
you came out good looking. Like that's cool. I actually think that's cool.
I mean, like, I do think that one of the big things that attractive people, like one of the problems that they do face is the fact that people always assume like, oh, just because they're very attractive, everything in their life is good, which is not true because I mean they are regular human beings and stuff like that. But it's like attractive people do have privilege, and y'all do need to recognize that as well.
I feel when you're attractive, you won't know that you've been gorgeous your whole life. Most of them gorgeous their whole life, they would never understand.
True. I go through ugly phases.
Mine right now, like fix this.
I'm trying to fix mine, so. Yeah.
But okay, I'm like getting tired. Are you still talking?
I think I'm done for right now.
So we'll probably come back. I don't know if it's gonna be a live or like an actual YouTube video, and we start doing this like a segment, try it like once a month, once a week, or something.
Yeah, our schedules are both like.
Yeah, my schedule.
Crazy.
I have no schedule. Like I have no life. So maybe we could try at least right now do like once a month type thing, and try to get like these little talk videos. So if you have any like suggestions or anything you want to talk about, you can add to the description below or the comments below. My bad. I really said that all twisted.
I mean, like, and all the talks don't have to be like something as deep.
Serious, yeah. It could be something fun or
something lighthearted or something like that. I mean,
maybe
whatever.
We can do this. Like, this could be a thing, like the TS, Talia and Sarah or something.
Right.
We can make this like a whole talk show type thing. You can add the atmosphere right now.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We can talk about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, all the stuff we could talk about. And right now we tired, so we're like very like hello. But think about if we were up, like we have so much energy.
We just spent like how many hours live on
Oh yeah,
like
I just started
Instagram
my.
and You Now?
This was like my first real Instagram live, and then I tried my first You Now.
She did it
So-
3 times.
Yeah, in one day. So it was actually kind of cool. So I don't know if y'all are into that, but we could start doing videos on there too. But like have this more like real
Sit
edited,
down,
yeah.
topic stuff.
And those videos could be whatever, more fun,
Mhm.
more like not too serious.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Or if you want to talk about a serious topic, I mean, yeah.
you just let us know. This channel is free for everyone. It's free for me. It's free for y'all.
Mhm.
We just it's
and
life.
just because we don't have a massive platform doesn't mean that we can't speak on stuff.
Because I ain't afraid of nobody. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what I have to say. I don't care if I'm being judged. Like I'm always being judged. So at the end of the day, I don't care. Like I'm gonna be judged tomorrow. I'm gonna be judged today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be judged.
I feel
So
like
I'm
one of the next topics we should talk about is like self-confidence, but also like mental health, how they both play together. I feel like that's one thing we should talk about.
We could. I don't know. You want to do that for a live or just do that for?
I don't know when, but I mean,
Because
like,
I know that's gonna be deep.
yeah,
Because that's like two different people coming from your own personal experiences. So that would be. I don't know if I'm ready for that one yet, but we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
We could do a live, but I feel like it's gonna be a deep conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about it.
No, I'm just thinking how deep that could be.
Most because I was looking at myself, so I'm like,
No, that could be it. No, I'm like thinking about how deep that's gonna be. I'm already feeling it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're at 46, 47 minutes. So I'm gonna close out right here, and we're going to actually start editing and filming more
some other stuff.
some more videos. So you're going to see more videos on my channel this year. Hey, I know I haven't been here, but I'm gonna try to do more lives or something to keep like you guys, watching more and be more active on here. But I've been active on my dance channel, so you should check that out. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for the support. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.